Let's see. There's someone who got fed up with people asking if they play Fortnite or Roblox, made a command for it. My problem is, like, I guess from my perspective, how do you create enough commands for all of the games people ask me about? Because let's just make a master list of games that I'm going to play. All right, all of them done. There we go. Like, obviously there are going to be some games that slip through the cracks, but like, if given the right opportunity, I will play anything. I'm not a picky eater when it comes to the content that I put on this channel. Obviously some games I will play more than others. Like, the real question is, when or will you do a full series on a game? That's harder. And that's honestly the more relevant question. Because there's a lot of games that I will play for an episode. Maybe 2, give or take. Let's see. Make a clip each time, link those clips on a website page, and have a bot link to that. But the thing is, the bot wouldn't link to it well. People would have to know about the commands. Like, I can idiot-proof everything as hard as possible, but it's going to be a huge time expenditure on my end with almost no, like, unless somebody's there to specifically hit the command every single time, it's just going to have the same end result, give or take. Because someone is just going to show up, not know about the command, and then ask anyway. Ooh,
I can't carry anymore.
He can't care anymore. Oof. Let's see. We're picking up a lot of quest items, and I have no idea where to use them on. Let's see. I swear I picked up some blue items, but I guess not? Or we already picked them up. I don't know. Let's go back. But yeah, I would love it if people specifically know about like a master list of games that I would play. But no one would ever bother to check because there's no culture for it. And without like without a preset culture of Twitch audiences expecting all damage, cold damage. We don't do a whole lot of cold damage, so I'm not really sure if that's that good. Without an internal Twitch culture of checking the master list, it would just be forgotten immediately by like everybody. Let's see. You could have a command for Wonder Will You Play. I'm pretty sure I actually do have a command. I've forgotten it because nobody uses it.
I'll keep an eye on this.
Okay. Well, somebody wanted something here. Oh, hi. I'm sorry if I insulted you earlier. Your origins were just a bit startling. You will brave the dangers beyond Lower Crossing. I was wondering if you could help me gather some materials. What do you need? You see, I was a seamstress before the grim dawn. Nothing special, just made enough to get by. But now I see an opportunity to use my trade to make a difference around here. I'd like to sew some new canopies, and maybe make some new clothes if there's enough fabric left. Alex and Jane deserve better than this. If you could please gather any fabric you find, the people would be grateful. The waterfront in Burwich would be a good place to start looking. I was wondering about that, actually. See, what's a good build to start with this in this game? Honestly, Inquisitor and Demolitionist is pretty dang fun. Okay, is this better? Ether Elemental. The real question is this better than what I've got? 25% chance on a crit. That's tough. Stormbox of Egoloth. The bonus fire damage, though.
I'll hold on to that for you.
Okay, well now we got some quests. Hi. Fabric? How much? Oh, I need more fabric. Okay.
Greetings, child. I am pleased to see that the taint of possession has left you. Should you require it, I offer spiritual guidance to the survivors. I will gladly extend this service to you.
Are you the one who stopped me when I was possessed?
My knowledge of spirits has allowed me to devise a trap with which we were able to contain you and the ethereal that controlled you. It was not until the noose was firmly around your neck that the spirit left you, though.
Why haven't you dealt with the reanimator, then?
I'm afraid that I am not at all fit for combat, which from my understanding was more than necessary for you to reach the reanimator's lair. I was only able to subdue the ethereal within you with the use of a trap, which would have required the reanimator to come to us, just as you have.
You mentioned spiritual guidance.
Troubled memories can cloud the mind and torment the spirit. With my guidance, you can move past these painful thoughts and begin anew.
Thank you. Very much appreciate that.
I sense turmoil within you.
Okay, so we can use her to
Stay
respec.
strong.
Not super interested. I'd like to thank you for talking me out of committing the biggest mistake of my life. We were struggling to survive and I got desperate. My family deserves better. Thank you for showing me that hope still remains in this bleak world. Thank you to have this. It's a small token of our appreciation. Hope it serves you well. Okay, so I guess, no, let's warp back first. Let's see, so Diablo, Grim Dawn, Path of Exile, or Phantasy Star, which would you suggest putting your limited time into? That's a question. 1 second. So this is just better. Full elemental damage, extra burn damage, frostburn, electrocute, extra spirit, light radius, which is good. But the lightning orb, 10% chance on attack? Yeah, that's super good. I look dumb, but whatever, that's fine. Anyway, my personal recommendation would be, monitors your character's head on fire? I am burning, man. My personal recommendation would be, Diablo 3 is probably shortest and easiest to get into, followed by Grim Dawn, followed by either of the other two. I like PSO, and I like, I'm looking forward to PSO too, but MMOs are MMOs, and they're going to take so much longer to get through. And so if you have limited time, don't touch MMOs. It's the golden rule. And luckily, all of them are multiplayer, so you don't have to worry too much. Okay, let's see, what else were we kind of talking about along the way? What do you recommend starting with when creating content? Everything until you find your niche. If you can't find a niche, then it's going to take a while. There's no set path to being a YouTuber anymore, or a Twitch streamer, or anything like that. Maybe 5, 6, 10 years ago, 10 years ago especially, back 2010, 2011, like those were the good times. You could start a channel, put out a video on any game, as long as your mic didn't suck and you weren't horrifying, anybody would listen to you and you know, enjoy your content, if that makes sense. Varies heavily beyond that. Let's see. Can't do more than 15 to 20 hours a week, so no wow. You would be able to get through Diablo and Grim Dawn probably once each week at that pacing, which I think wouldn't be bad. Anyway. Let's see. I'm gonna keep going though. I want to get up to this, if I can. Okay. Let's see. But yeah, how do I put it? I field this question often. This is actually one of those that specifically would be nice if people would actually go back and watch my video. I made a video on how to YouTube a long time ago. Any luck with Elder Matthias? Found the Elder. I'm sorry. Great loss to our people. Elder Matthias did all he could to keep our talisman from bandit hands, and it seems he's given his life to preserve his duty. Did you find it on him? Yes. At least in his death wasn't in vain. Thank you. For the return of the talisman will lift the spirits of my people. You've returned. Was your venture successful? Destroyed the barricade. Job well done. Thank you. You've done good by us. And we won't forget it. I now have hiccups. Look at the map layouts here. They're all hand-designed, which is huge. Path of Exile has fairly good map design, but like Diablo and... I mean, any of the Diablo games are pure randomly generated. and it shows in a very bad way. Most people don't care, but like from my perspective, it's just so much more interesting exploring a map that is actually hands done. Even if it's ultimately just broad areas to fight things in, it makes a huge difference in terms of like exploration. And it feels like it matters, you know. By searching for everything, I've found a lot of extra quests. We do have to go back and get the fabric, but whatever. The Path of Exile looks pretty regardless of map design, but I like how this map is big. I think Path of Exile was okay. I just found, like, apart from a couple of areas, I got fatigued exploring, and I just kind of raced for whatever my objective was. Whereas this game, because it's all hand-designed, I really do feel, like, compelled to look at everything and, like, see every location. Isn't it forgetting the side areas? I'll go back to them at some point. Like, I don't, also I think this is a side area. Yeah, this is a side area. But yeah, is it? Or does this progress further? Hell if I know. So are you Inquisitor? Yup. Just gonna keep pumping that into cunning. Not that it helps too much. Okay, anyway, finish the thing about creating content and whatnot. The real answer is, pick a game that you like, start with that, record a full series on it, stream the full game, and then rinse repeat until you either absolutely hate content creation, or you've managed to accrue a following. Obviously, it doesn't work for everybody. It's actually quite hard to create a channel. And it's even harder to, like, maintain it past, like, the first week, let alone month, let alone year. But honestly, like, once you put a year in and you've been super consistent, usually you can manage a decent amount of growth. I would recommend having both a YouTube and a Twitch channel, though, because one will take off, guaranteed, compared to the other ones. I mean, there's no guarantee that you'll succeed. The chances of actually being a successful YouTuber or streamer is incredibly low. But the more eggs the more baskets you're putting your eggs into, the more likely you are actually to make it somewhere with one of them. It just might not be a fast thing. I mean, even on Twitch, like, I'm okay successful, but I'm not actually, like, particularly big. Like, it's definitely not, I'm definitely not in the position where I could, say, make a living off of pure Twitch streaming. Which is surprising, considering how long I've been doing it and how much I do to keep it going. But, meh. So, really looking forward to beautiful Desolation. Currently playing Gemcraft. Desolation's map looks super good. It's a nice looking game. Yeah! I don't know if I'm actually going to stick with it. I looked up how long Beautiful Desolation is, and it's like 40 to 50 hours. Which is a little spooky for me. But, like, as a good game. I'll have to see what people think. I think the first episode went out today. I just haven't checked the numbers yet. That's way longer than I expected. I know. I thought it was going to be condensed down into, like, a 10-hour something. But, nope. Is that part of a set? A lot of things are maybe part of sets. I don't know. That doesn't matter. It probably does. To some people. Oh, I gotta remember the food. Because food on the map probably restores my HP regen-ish. Let's see. Speaking of which, the combat's in the form of a mini-game later on. Interesting. Okay, so I guess we're going to loop back to a question that I got, somebody had asked earlier about what do I think about JRPGs? And I have had I'm going to say I've been having a sinking opinion on JRPGs recently. I like them. I like them a lot, but there are very few JRPGs that I'm actually interested in playing anymore. Last night? Yeah, I guess it was last night. I was playing Rune Factory 4 for the first time, and I found myself to be very bored. There was a lot of just standing around and talking. We should probably spend some devotion points. I've been lazing on that one, and I think I have a lot. Yeah, I got a bunch. Okay, we're putting it into this, yeah? Oh. Assign it to a skill. Okay, Aether Fire. Let's see, a small amount of damage. Ooh, that's cool. So yeah, it's a 15% chance to pop on that. That's cool. Okay, can I get to this? So we need... That's pets, though. Okay, this is pretty good. But we need a lot more red. We wanted to get to this one, so this needs a lot of red. What do you have? Ooh. Ooh. Extra fight damage, extra burn damage. So getting green and just going for Fissure is not a bad idea. There's also fire up here, which requires something I haven't even seen yet. That's Vitality, Bleeding. Let's see. So we don't care too much about Bleed. Cunning Spirit. Poison damage over time. It's not terrible. I don't do a whole lot of poison to begin with. So I probably shouldn't. We should probably head for the demon. This is extra fire damage, extra fire and chaos damage. What about this sword? Oh, I can actually do this sword. No, I can't. It does chaos damage. Chaos and fire, chaos and fire, chaos and fire. Eldritch fire. What else do we have? Because this is just a lot to get into. The spider isn't terrible. But the rest of this. Acid and poison. Acid and poison. Poison would have been interesting. Okay, that's Shepherd's Cloak. That's not useful. Looks like Raven is very much a pet's build. Elemental damage, Aether resistance. I guess that's one thing I could look into is just elemental damage. So I think I have access to this one. This will give me purple. Also, thank you, Kenny Hansen, for the 21-month resub. Mainly lurk, but thanks for all the content and effort you put in. We find happiness in what you do. I absolutely do. Always. But thank you, and thank you for the support, so that I can keep doing this, I guess. Okay, I know a fair bit about this if you want advice. Sure. Mainly, I'm looking for useful things that I should go for. This one's not bad. Scholar's Light's just a bunch of elemental damage. And would give me a lot of green. Which would push me towards this guy. Because yeah, if there's any good ones to head for, that'd be useful. So this is bleeding, which maybe diversifying for bleeding wouldn't be terrible, but I bet I can get better than that. So this is blue. This is blue. Anything that says 50 fire damage. And 55 devotion max. Between sessions, I'm going to actually try and mod it to raise the devotion cap. Okay, so yeah. That's part of the reason why I want to go down to Magi. Let's see if I can search fire damage. Let's see, burn damage, burn damage. Also want as many auto attack. Yeah, chance on attack. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. Meteor, going for torch, going for sword. So we're gonna need some red. Okay, one way or another, I'm thinking I'm going candle. Because, yeah, going for Magi is going to make me stupid. Yeah, Meteor's a great option. I figured Meteor and Meteor, Fissure, and Eldritch Fire are all pretty good. Let's see. So I could go for the candle. It's got elemental damage. Might be a little redundant, though. Demon would get me... Okay, Fissure's not that great for your build. Yeah, the main thing is, though, Fissure's the only one that comes... Magi is the only one that I know of that has flat fire damage as a perk. So even if Fissure itself isn't that good, the rest of the tree is pretty good. Yeah, we've got to get green and red somewhere together. That would be a waste, though. That's more poison damage. Any of these have green and red? These are all blue. Star chart looks difficult. Is it hard to learn? It's okay. It's very much like, you first look at it and you're like, holy shit, what am I looking at? And then you get used to it and it's like, oh, this isn't so bad. It's just that initial bit that's like, ah. So, looks like I gotta put one into a red. So that gets me a heck of a lot more. Okay. Hey, a ghoul. 4% of attack damage converted to health. Ooh. Ghoul is awesome. Yeah, the flat health and the HP regen is pretty dang good. So the question is, do we go for Demon first? Do I go for Demon at all? No, actually. Because that swirls around you. So let's live without. Ghoulish Hunger is pretty good. So I'll start the Ghoul tree. Yeah, Demon's a melee ability. I can pass on that. Okay, so now that we understand and we figured it out. The same feeling when you looked at Path of Exile's skill tree at first. Thing is, I want to say Grim Dawns is a little easier to get into and understand. Damn. That's a damage uptick. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that Path of Exile's skill tree is necessary to, like, you have to figure out a build and a path. And in this one, I know I can respec, so that makes it a little easier. It's also just easier to parse, I think, with this one. Hello. Unless you want work, you should turn around and head back out of here. We have nothing to give, and we don't need anyone stirring up trouble. What's happening here? What's happening is we're just trying to stay alive, and that means toiling for Cronley's gang. We're a ragtag collection of survivors who either wandered in here, looking for protection, or was captured by Cronley's thugs and put to work. Cronley's men use us in whatever way they please, and it's a hard life. But this place is better than what we knew out there on the road. I'll endure anything to keep my daughter safe, and, at least for now, she's too young for Cronley's men to bother with. Anything I could do to help? Silas over there makes sure we stay in line. 1 second. Stay in line and meet Cronley's quota. The waters have grown increasingly dangerous and we've struggled to catch enough fish, but we can probably fill our nets in time for the tribute. We still have to gather scrap, though. We can't miss our quota. Last time that happened, Silas took one of the children back to his camp and we never saw her again. Please, if you truly want to help, gather the scrap for our tribute and deliver it to Silas. However bad things may seem for us, they can only get worse. Cronley's gang hold all the hills overlooking New Harbor, and they're sure to notice if Silas went missing. The retribution would be severe, so please, don't do anything stupid. We're the ones who will suffer for it. I'd take you all to Devil's Crossing via Rift. Strange offer, but we cannot leave. The refugees here have become like a family to one another. Some of the children are being held by Cronley's men as insurance against us leaving. We all look out for one another here. And we know, if any one of us left, those who remained would be punished for it. Okay. Sure. Gotta find Silas. Oh, that is Silas. Okay. There we go. Bep, schnibbit. Okay. What you coming near me for? Get back to work. Got the scrap? How much coin would it take to make you leave? Now you're talking my language. Look, I don't care much for this joint. A bit of coin might raise a man's reputation above. See? Give me 2,500 iron bits and I'll tell Darius this place ain't worth the trouble no more. Sure. Good, good. Glad to be done with this slith hole. Now get out of my sight before I change my mind. Whatever you say. Have you delivered the scrap to him? I bribed him so he leaves you alone for good. Thank you. I never would have imagined that we'd be free of this oppression, but it appears Silas's loyalty could be bought. Please, take the scrap we collected for the tribute. It's the least we could do. Thank. And we're good. Anything else? Nope. Onwards! Murder the gang from top to bottom. That's the plan. I just figure I have an insane amount of cash. So yeah, I can just do whatever I want. Dynamite? Not enough dynamite. I guess we'll figure that out later. Whee! So what class am I running? Inquisitor and Demolitionist, aka Pew Pew Guns. There's something about dual-wielding pistols in this game that is just absolutely fun. Let's see. There's the mine. You want everything from top row of the Inquisitor. That's what I've been working on. Unfortunately, I'm trying to unlock the last one first, which is taking a little bit of time. There's a lot to unlock. Oh. Who are these people?
Keep your weapons where I can see them.
Welcome to our camp. What brings you here? Mornay sent me. Ah, so he did make it across the river. He was one tough son of a slith. Still has a bullet in him to prove it. Mornay sent you, then you must think we can help each other out. We can help each other out. Care to put those weapons of yours to use? What do you need? Cronley's gang is well armed and experienced. We are not. This is not a battle we're going to win by running in there head on. We need to cripple them. That's where you come in. The outlaws have a series of forges, similar in making to the ones behind me, scattered throughout the four hills. If you destroy them, Darius' men won't be able to rearm themselves. Understand that this may not be your problem, but I'm willing to make it your problem for some iron. What do you say? Sure. You'll have to forgive me. I must tend to the wounded. Got a few men injured. Yes, the battle with Cronley's brutes has proven taxing on our people. I'm afraid some of them won't make it through the night. Anything I could do to help? Oh, well, yes, there is. We're too few to leave the camp undefended. But you could seek out the wasp hives around Old Arkovia. There are two large ones that I know of. One to the south of here, near the rocky coast, and another to the north near Twin Falls. Bring me some royal jelly. I could create an old rover remedy known to vastly accelerate the healing. Why, if you do this for us, I'd happily show you how it's made. It would be the least we could do. Sure. Do I have enough? Yes. Here it is. That's perfect. You have no idea how helpful this will be. Please, take some for the road ahead. You'll never know when you'll need it. And please, let me show you how to make some for yourself. It's the least I could do for saving so many lives. Stranger, you look well-armed and capable. I've been injured by rogue troll. It's rampaging around these parts. Please fight the beast and slay it. It's a danger to our camp and to all travelers. Look for it up the road. Sure. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, I'm working my way up to this one, because this one seems like it's nuts. It's just going to take me quite a number of levels to actually make it to that point. Well, trolls over here, I guess. Oh boy, hurts. But that's okay. Enemy hero killed. Interesting. Okay. Got the cave. Right. Oh. So this is a separate region entirely. Got it. Okay. Anything up here? No. So do we go into the cave? Probably, because I think this is an entirely different region. And we probably want to go get that dynamite. But first, I guess we're fighting Boris, Master of the Pit. Welcome, Boris. I am Wander, Master of lots of fire. That's about all I got going for me, but it's pretty good. Damn. I think he dropped a blue gun, actually. Please be the right blue gun. Maybe not. Thought I saw a blue... Oh. It was this. Relic Rampage. Maybe? I thought I saw a blue name that was like X Repeater. Well, I guess we cleared that out. Hello. I guess we'll just keep going up for a second. There goes the forge. Hello. Nope. Hold on. Hold on, we're on your side. Don't kill us. Why are you in a cage? Stuff going on out here? That's nothing compared to what's in the mine. Cronley's building himself an army of Ascended, and we want nothing to do with it. Of course, we don't take too kindly to people leaving his little cult. Got caught trying to leave. Now we're waiting our turn with the Pitmaster. He tears people apart like an animal. But I don't want to be here when he gets bored with the guts splattering the arena walls. You let us go. We won't cause no trouble no more. That's a promise. You outlaws, why should I spare you? Look, Cronley's gone off the deep end, crazy with power from those green crystals. I've seen what he does with his inner circle. Takes them to a secret room where he plunges shards into their flesh. That's when I was sure I wanted out of this gig. I get it. You're here to end it. You're one of the good people, but I can help you. Let us go, and I'll tell you where he hides the big crystal. Then you get in this madness for good. Sure. Thought you were going to kill us. Alright, Cronley don't leave the mine so much no more. He's too busy creating more of his Ascended. You're going to have to get through to them before you even see his ugly mug. But if you somehow survive, check behind Cronley's bed. There's a gap in the wall that leads to his little hideout. That's where Cronley does all his twisted experiments. Wreck the place, and no one's going to think twice about using those crystals again. Thank. Bye. Let's see, what do we have up here? This feels like an entirely new region as well. I'm just going to wander the heck away. It is what I do, after all. Let's see. Been a while since you dropped by. I mean, I was on vacation, but welcome back, Ananis. Ananis? Actually, I've never actually questioned my pronunciation on that, because I've always thought Ananis. But it could be Ananis. Ananis? Nah. No. I don't. Huh. Weird. My surety is shook. I don't like that. Okay. So, here's the question. Is this the same mine that I'm supposed to be... No. There's probably a bigger mine towards the end with Cronley in it. It is very weird. There's, like, almost no old Western content anymore. Like, there's Red Dead Redemption and not much else. Just remember when I was a kid growing up, I'd go to Blockbuster and there'd just be nothing but cowboy movies. And now that I'm older, there's like none. There was like the remake of True Grit. And that was kind of about it. Whoa, hi. Alien the Rat is Alien the Hurtful. Ouchie. So it's actually Latin. Really? Had no idea. I don't know much about Latin, unfortunately.
My inventory is full.
Okay. That requires spirit. Is it worth it? It's an offhand. Oh, it's a horn. It's not a gun. Okay, well. Let's warp back to town for a bit. It's the opposite of ominous. It means nothing, quite literally. Oh, fun. Devolver is making Weird West.
I'll give you a good
That looks
price
okay-ish.
for what I've got left.
Huh. Actually, I haven't even heard of that. It's weird. It's not that weird. I have press contacts that work very closely with Devolver Digital, which is actually really convenient for me because I can effectively just say, like, whatever. Anything that Devolver Digital puts out, I will just play eventually. Ooh. Is that better? I think so. If we fire often enough, any kind of proc ability is probably really good. See, is this better? I don't think I'm feeling this one as much. Maybe? Maybe I am, actually. I think it might be better for the flat damage. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like that's better. Alright, anything else I want to do?
Well
Nope.
spent.
Law. So you want to do play hack and slash Souls likes? I do. I do and I do.
Got something you
I'll
need
be playing
stashed?
Neo when it comes out. Let's see. Realistically, it is kind of one of those where it's... I'm not going to say silly to ask me, but I do play quite a lot of them. But I play a lot of everything.
I'll keep an eye on this.
Okay. Nope, she still wants fabric. And I've been really lazy about going back and grabbing the requisite things. What's that?
Let's
Illusionist.
see what I can do.
Oh, that's for changing appearances. Cool. Heard about Weird West because it's the same devs as Dishonored. Huh. Okay. Oh, but those are the people that split off and aren't working on Deathloop. Because I remember being kind of excited for Deathloop. Okay, is this better? It's not. Huh. Alright. Does have bonus to Flames of Ignifar, but... yeah, it's not better than what I got. Cool. Okay, can I get through here? Yes. Nope, that's just light. This mine is a fair bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. Hello, goons. Out of my way. Probably stop soonish. I was going to go get food at some point. We watched The Magnificent Seven, because that's a great Wild West movie. Now, I will admit, I'm kind of bad about watching movies. I think one of the problems I've run into is they tend to actually be a little short for my tastes. I guess would be how I describe it. It's rare to find a movie that tells a full story. Like a full, complete story that's satisfying. Like, most of the times it feels like it was rushed. That, you know, they only had enough time to, like, fit the plot in, so they just kind of zipped through it and had some, like, cool scenes. I've been really digging a lot of, miniseries and, I mean, just full-on Netflix series at this point. Easiest examples I can think of that I really enjoyed, specifically were, like, I really like Altered Carbon, and I really like, The Expanse. The Expanse is a fantastic series. Every time Shell and I load those videos up, it's pretty much just like, oh, hey, we're just going to watch a shit ton of Expanse and not sleep tonight. Which is bad, but it's so good. Wanda prefers slower pacing than movie pacing. I think one of my problems I've also run into with movies is they always have these big battles. And I honestly don't give a shit about any of them. Like, big fight scenes mean nothing to me. Big wars? I think a lot of this has to do with the fact that, like, in the years after Lord of the Rings, every big battle in a movie just feels like it has no stakes, or the stakes are poorly poorly presented in comparison. Like, Two Towers and Return of the King, both of those just were absolute masterclasses in presentation and kind of preparation, and then you cared about what was going on in those battles. It mattered. Whereas, like, recently, Avengers Endgame, I think it was Endgame. Oh, that's, you dropped down in that. So there was actually no reason for me to go for the dynamite to blow my way in here. Alright, whatever.